sage is what we're going to be talking about today. The healing properties and the magical properties. Now, there are different types of sage, which I'll get into that in a little bit, but this is your standard sage, one you'd probably grow in your garden that you could eat in your foods. This is white sage. I'll go ahead and tell you now, that's one you don't really want to eat in your food and stuff like that. This is the type for that, and make teas and stuff. So sage is known as the sacred herb and has been valued for thousands of years for its healing, purifying, and spiritual properties. Modern research supports many of its traditional uses, showing it to be a versatile plant and benefits for physical, mental, and emotional health. It's good for brain health and memory support. Sage may improve memory, alertness, concentration, with studies showing benefits for both older and younger adults. It has been used traditionally to enhance mental clarity. It's an anti-inflammatory and antioxidant, which is rich in antioxidants. Sage helps reduce oxidative stress linked to aging and chronic disease. Its anti-inflammatory action can ease joint discomfort, arthritis, and autoimmune symptoms. And it's good for immune and infection support. Sage's antimicrobial and antiviral properties can help fight colds, flus, sore throats, and infections. It supports gut and immune health by killing harmful bacteria and fungi. And I'll just stop there for a minute. And that's one reason that people do use sage in times of sickness, and not just for, the bad energies and stuff like that, because it's said to kill 99% of the bacteria in the air. So it's always a good one for that, and that's your white sage that does that. This one does a little bit, but not like the white sage. And we've got menopause symptom relief. Some compounds in sage have estrogen-like activity, helping reduce hot flashes, night sweats, and vaginal dryness. And then with digestive health, it stimulates bile flow, aids digestion, reduces bloating, and soothes stomach discomfort. And detoxification and cleansing, sage supports liver function, promotes circulation, helps flush out toxins, and it's used in traditional cleansing practices to balance internal systems. Oral health, its antimicrobial effects can help fight cavity-causing bacteria and support gum health. Spiritual and emotional well-being, in many cultures, sage is used in smudging and cleansing rituals to purify the air, body, and mind. Its aromatic compounds can influence mood and promote emotional balance. So how to use it, and this is for your regular sage. For tea, you can drink 1 to 3 cups daily of fresh or dried leaves for general health, making the tea. For your general health, making the tea. If using fresh sage, gently rinse the leaves. If using dried sage, measure out the desired amount, usually 1 to 2 teaspoons per cup. That's this sage. And then heat the water, bring to a near boil, about 200 to 212 degrees, and then avoid boiling the water, as this can scorch the leaves and make the tea bitter. So steep the sage. Place the sage leaves in the mug or teapot. You can use your tea ball or your tea bag like this, either one of these, and steep it for 5 to 7 minutes. Adjust the steeping time to your preference. Longer steeping times will result in a stronger flavor. And you can add honey, lemon, cinnamon, anything you desire on that to make it taste nice for you. Now, in culinary, you can add to soups, stuffings, sauces, and roasted dishes. Sage is found in pork sausage a lot. I think it's because of it can kill bacteria, and pork can be one that has, you got to cook it all the way. So it's probably contains quite a bit of bacteria of some kind. And then topical, dilute essential oil for skin or aromatherapy. Caution, avoid sage oil during pregnancy or in children. Limit tea to 3 to 6 cups daily. And the side effects of consuming too much sage. Eating or using sage in large amounts can cause adverse effects, mainly due to its natural compound, thujan, which affects the nervous system. While sage is safe in normal culinary amounts, excessive intake, especially in concentrated forms, can be harmful. Key risk in the doses, neurological effects. Thujan can cause seizures, convulsions, tremors, and loss of consciousness in high amounts. And one reason I don't carry clary sage oil is because it has been known to cause convulsions in people. And I just don't want to take that chance. So, too strong is not good. And then gastrointestinal upset, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and stomach irritation are possible. Liver damage, in extreme cases, high thujan levels may harm the liver. Dizziness or drowsiness, especially with essential oil or concentrated extracts. Possible interactions. Sage may interact with blood thinners, diabetes medication, and other drugs, potentially worsen the side effects. So forms where risk is higher. The essential oil. Internally, it can cause drowsiness, dry mouth, headache, and neurological symptoms. Strong sage tea. Thujan content. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Content varies widely, 4 to 162 milligrams per cup, and daily intake should not exceed 5 milligrams per person. Several strong cups daily exceed safe limits. High-dose supplements or tinctures can push thujan levels into toxic ranges. When is it safe? Cooking with sage in normal amounts, a pinch to a small handful, that would be, I'm sure, just a little bit right there in the palm of your hand, of leaves, is considered safe. Occasional moderate tea drinking is generally fine, but regular strong tea or concentrated extract should be avoided. If you suspect overconsumption, seek medical attention. If you experience seizures, severe vomiting, dizziness, diarrhea, or confusion after eating or using sage in large amounts. Bottom line is, sage is safe in normal culinary use, but excessive amounts, especially in concentrated forms, can cause seizures, liver issues, and other serious effects. Stick to moderate use and be cautious with teas, essential oils, or supplements. Now for the magical properties. The sage is one of the most revered herbs and magical traditions, celebrated for its wisdom, purification, protection, and healing properties. The core sage associations are for wisdom and mental clarity, and sage is linked to wisdom and is used to clear mental confusion, enhance perception, and connect practitioners to ancestral and divine guidance. Purification. Both garden sage and white sage are powerful purifiers. Smoke from the burning sage is used in smudging to cleanse spaces, people, objects, and negative energy. So, like if you need sage smudge, you can take a feather. I'm holding this, but you would light this and do like this with it. You can do it with a feather or your hand if you're wanting to cleanse yourself with that. Protection and warding. Sage acts as a spiritual shield, warding off unwanted influences. It can be placed in charm bags. Let's pull this one out because we always want one for protection. And black is for protection. And tied in bundles like this, or carried for grounding and protection. Healing and restoration. Beyond physical ailments, sage is a healer of the spirit, wounds, aiding in grief, and emotional balance and energetic restoration. Prosperity and wishes. Sage is often included in abundance bags, money sachets, and prosperity spells to invite success and abundance. Ancestral work and immortality. In traditions, sage is used in rituals honoring ancestors and is associated with longevity and immortality. The elements and planetary links are: elements are air and earth, the planet Jupiter. Chakras are the crown and third eye. And crystals are amethyst, that are the allies to sage, are amethyst, clear quartz, obsidian, and labradorite. Magical uses and practices. Smoke wands, dried sage bundles, or bundle dried sage, light and waft smoke through a space to cleanse and bless. And then altar work. Place dried sage on the altar to invite mental clarity and spiritual focus. Candle rituals. Surround a blue or white candle with sage leaves to heal emotional and spiritual disquiet. And this is pre-done. It's already got sage in it, sage oil in it, and your white candle. So that would be a perfect candle to burn. There's also soaps. You can bathe in sage soap or burn incense. We have, there's also sage incense. Now for your charm bags, add sage to sachets for protection and purification. Now for purification, you can use silver or white, like the cotton bag there. And then it's tea for clarity. Sip sage tea before study, meditation, or decision making to sharpen the mind. Funeral and memorial rites. Use sage to facilitate healthy grief and connect with the spirit world. Cultural notes. In ancient Rome, believed sage brought immortality and was planted near doorsteps for protection. Native American traditions, white sage is central to smudging ceremonies for cleansing and blessing. Modern witchcraft, sage remains a staple in spell work, energy clearing, and ritual preparation. And that is it for sage. One of these shows I'm going to go through each type of sage bundle there is, because I get asked that a lot, like what is this one for? And then I'll go through all of that with you in one show. But that's it for sage on here. Our next one will be sandalwood that we're doing. And make sure you subscribe. I sure need y'all. Thanks.